Hey folks, welcome to Speedbump. We're doing it first because we have two arcade bits today. And we
Busy
have
day.
a triple threat of stuff, normal games. Like some Mario Brothers 1.
I'd say pretty average games today.
Yeah. I am ready to go. We are on a bit of a crunch, so we're gonna force start that sucker.
I'm pulling up your side feed to give them 1 extra minute to get this stuff figured out, and then I'm gonna force them to go whether they're ready or not.
I think we do have audio coming from... I'm gonna get the player names in there. I don't know why they didn't take, actually, but that's easy to fix. I think that the first player is the one with the audio. It just isn't a game that has audio on the main menu with this, so...
All right, I've given. Yeah, this game doesn't have audio on the main menu. Never has. Smite never has.
That's
You ever
too
played
bad.
Super Mario Brothers?
No, and I'm not going to since it doesn't have menu music. How good can it be?
Yeah. What kind of attract mode doesn't attract people?
We're going to 10 minutes and then we're gonna roll to our second game.
Yeah, like Smite said, we're on a bit of a time crunch, so we've got some good games, but we're probably not going to have all the downtime and banter between games in the same way. Now, this is our 3-game format, which we've mostly been deciding an overall winner based on like points decisions. For this game, it's obviously going to be furthest level they've reached, and they're doing it warpless, so...
Thank you for the bits. The alert's playing off screen. That's interesting, but I appreciate it.
So it's mostly just a graphics hack, this one. It's Sonic, you know him and love him. He does have a higher top speed, it seems. I was testing it earlier, and it definitely seemed like I was able to make some jumps I didn't think I should be able to. My knowledge of SMB1 is fairly like muscle memory based. I don't have firm benchmarks, but I definitely seem to be making some jumps I didn't think I should be able to make if I were playing with Mario. No spin dash. No, it's not like a full implementation of the Sega Genesis Sonic. It's mostly just a modification of the sprite and a slight increase to his top speed. This one's pretty basic.
Yeah,
This
it's
is,
not like built from the ground up. They have some... When you're just editing Mario Brothers 1, you actually have a lot of limitations.
Now, Mario Brothers 1, probably more than any other game, is very difficult to ROM hack because it's a game that sort of predated mappers, and so, like, it's not super well organized, and there's not a lot of extra space on the ROM to add things to without doing some expansions and making some changes to the way the game works.
If you ever see anybody doing anything much fancier than this in Mario 1, they probably built it from the ground up. Like, just completely. I think that would be easier than trying to do like those new ground splash animations of Mario that you see where he's doing like kung fu.
My buddy Jeff XVX, for a number of years, he would always make an SMB1 ROM hack and then bring it to GDQ for people to like race, or we'd do a tournament or something. He'd basically just show off what he had made. And I learned from talking to him about all the cool stuff that he made, how intensely limiting ROM hacking SMB1 is. You've got like in the double digits of bytes free in that entire ROM. So you're either going to make a very small modification, or you're going to have to remove features to make any real changes.
Our scoring for this one's gonna be just how far they get. That won't be the case for all 3 games, but just level is a good score that we can go by. And pipes are illegal, obviously, or they would have already be in World War. Everybody would be in World War.
Yeah, I did let them know that it was warpless, and I just typed into the chat to remind anyone who maybe didn't know offhand about holding down A and pressing start to return to the world they game overed on if
You
that
can do what now?
does happen. Yeah, it turns out you're allowed to just like go back to the world you died on.
Is that only in this or in Mario Bros?
It's only in this. Yeah, that's brand new.
I thought you were giving me some fact for 0-year-old me that I never knew about for 37 years.
No, I'm sorry. I was just doing a bit. Did you not know that you can hold down A and you get to return to the world you died on?
Damn.
I don't... Smite, at this point, I have no idea whether or not you're doing a bit.
Damn. Nobody knows.
Smite, we've been friends for like 7 years at this point. I have no idea if you're doing a bit. Ever.
Nobody. My mom doesn't know if I'm doing a bit. And nobody knows. It's one big bit down the line.
Oh no! Oh no! Oops.
What happened?
Jerry, overshot the flagpole and then in a panic because I think he didn't want to wait on the timer to kill him, did a reset, but I don't know if he did a soft reset or a hard reset. He may have been able to still do the hold down A and press start.
Man, Sonic is cruising. This guy is fast. He might be famous for this someday.
Yeah, Jerry will definitely end up slightly punished for that, but I let him know that he could use the warp pipe to get back to the world he was on specifically. Yeah, so I guess they had to make a few small modifications here. Since Sonic doesn't swim, they had to put like a platform he could jump across in some of these big gaps.
In Sonic, I don't know if they're all like this, but at least in Sonic 1, there is a platform below him when he's swimming that is used to monitor when he hits below the screen, and it's just invisible and follows you around.
Mm-hmm.
That's just how they did that. Sonic cannot swim. Yeah, I feel like if they made it to a world, they can take a warp back to that world. That seems fair. It's an easy continue method.
That's a fairly standard practice for speedrun races. When people speedrun this game and race it, if you accidentally lose your progress, you can use the warp just to get back to the world you're on.
I've definitely played the Flash game that had Sonic and 800 other characters in Mario 1. And yeah, doing that on the actual game is a completely different... That is a Flash game. Like I said, they built that from the ground up. That's not Mario 1. That's not anything like... I've definitely played that. And that's what I mean, like that kind of thing is so different.
I remember how popular Super Mario Crossover was all those years ago.
It's pretty well made because, yeah, from the ground up building Mario 1 again. Just, that's always hard. And doing it, and I knew how to do action script is what they called that stupid programming. I hate that crap. I just installed...
One of the first programming languages I ever learned.
I just installed my prestigious copy of Adobe Photoshop that I bought in 2008. It's CS4. And I said no to every other piece of software. Adobe Flash was in there. You want me to read you the list?
Of software in the Adobe bundle?
Yeah.
Go for it. Hit me.
Well, I installed Photoshop. I did not install InDesign. Illustrator I thought about, but I didn't. Acrobat 9 Pro, I decided I don't really need that. Adobe Flash CS4 Professional seems like maybe it's not too useful anymore. I didn't feel like Dreamweaving or Fireworks or Contribute or After Effects, not today anyway. Premiere Pro. I didn't feel like Sound Booth or On Location or Encore or Adobe Bridge or Device Control Central or a dynamic link, or the Flash Media Live encoder, or Adobe version Q. I did, however, look at the video training DVD and not watch it. I got it as a student price for like 20 bucks, and yeah, because I knew that I would never get that deal again, I'm still using Adobe CS4 2008. I will never upgrade. It's a permanent piece of software for me. It's good enough. I probably will just start using Paint.net or something, actually. I just have all these PSDs I can't open.
I'm going ahead and starting to record some of these scores.
Yeah, we are at 9 minutes and 30 seconds.
Yeah, we're pretty close, so it looks like I probably am going to have a good read on what the points are going to be for everyone.
I wonder what Photoshop has upgraded in the last 15 years.
Colin and Jerry both finishing 2-4 at the same time. I don't know that Akami's going to have enough time to clear 2-4.
Time is up. That's it.
All right.
That was Sonic the Mario Hog.
Yep.
It's time for our second game. And we're just going to roll right into it. Welcome to Streets of Rage 2. In this game, I'm pretty sure there's a score on screen we can just use.
Yeah, I think we're going to rely on the
Make sure they pick max, yeah. Players did okay in Mario Brothers. They're going to do really well in this one because Max, in this version of Streets of Rage 2, is as strong as he's ever been. You won't believe just how powerful Max is. I mean, just look at him. Max only has one technique when he's Bubsy. Alright, countdown coming up.
Alright.
Yeah, Colin Zombie's where the sound is coming from at the moment.
Waiting for people to get to the right screen. I think they're pretty much ready. I'm sending the countdown. I'm gonna do my best to be able to get a good record of their score.
Yeah, it's not going to be hard. It's going to be on screen all the time. That's what I thought. I couldn't remember
If
for
someone
sure.
if someone does game over though, if you're in the chat watching right now and someone does game over and you slap that number in the chat, you'd be doing me a real solid. That's all I'm saying.
The only way they would is if they do what Digi is doing and using their desperation move constantly. Yeah, because I don't know that anyone's found it yet. Oh yeah, dude has the move. You can just roll up a ball of yarn that is human-sized. That's actually very dangerous to be hit by a ball of yarn that's human-sized. So look at his moves. What a god. He rides the land shark around. This is special.
The shark's extremely good for what it's worth. It just also is a desperation attack, so it deals damage to you.
Yeah. I guess I don't know how score works. Digi seems to be going in on wiping themselves out. Hopefully that works out and they don't lose all their score. I know they have continues. I just don't know if it resets the score.
I mean, we'll take the highest score that they get, but it's going to be hard for me to keep up with 5 of them at the same time. So like I said, if you see someone's about to game over and you want to write down their score in the chat, you'd be doing me a solid. It would have been so apropos for them to give Bubsy 9 lives instead of 3. That's true.
Why would they do that?
Because he's a cat?
Yeah. I get it.
Smite, I'm gonna drag you across the finish line one way or another. We're gonna get you there.
There's a recording somewhere of me being told that and realizing that that was a fact and hitting the table like that. Sorry for the in joke off the...
That's fine.
Man, I love these moves. Look at Jerry's guy. Jack the boss is just hiding from this cat.
Jack's a smart one. He's like, I'm not walking into that. Hey, you got a lot of arcade pit going on today, don't you?
I've got 2 arcade pits and then I've got a little sponsored game that I was trying out a little earlier. It's kind of like Roswaldo.
Yo, nice.
Pretty neat. You might like it.
What's it called?
I keep forgetting. Let me see.
Locate Larry. So Okami's doing really well. Okami's been going up in lives, whereas everyone else, counter to that, is going down in lives. So, you know, my money's on Okami doing really well here.
It is Streets of Rage 2. If you've played it before, it's not so bad. And then Bubsy is super strong. Like I said, this is the easiest version of this game you're ever going to play, probably. Prime O'Clock is the name of the game.
Prime O'Clock?
Prime O'Clock. It's on the Switch. It's about, like, it's like Carmen Sandiego time traveling sort of... Like, it's like Where's Waldo combined with that. From what I played. Like, you see a dude steal from a bank, and then you rewind time and follow him and figure out how he got all that done.
Okay.
But I'll be trying that out later today. I went through the tutorial.
I'm looking forward to it.
This is what I thought would happen, is a lot of players would be in the same area-ish. They did just wipe out the score on Jerry, though, so that is a thing. Yeah, Digi also lost their score.
Look at Tina coming in clutch, though. Really appreciate that.
If we could somehow add those together with their current score, whenever it ends up being. They get a ton of points for clearing the stage. 2.
I mean, I can probably do that. I figured we'd take the highest, right? That just rewards people for not game overing.
Yeah, it makes sense. They'll just be using the desperation move the whole time otherwise.
Right. Yeah, if you could just continue infinitely, I would literally never do anything other than desperation move.
Arcade pit trick: when you load Streets of Rage and see you have 10 lives, you hit that one button.
Does the save state for Streets of Rage have 10 lives?
At least one of them does.
Incredible.
And that's exactly why. I'm rewarding anyone who notices. Anyone
Well, now
who
you've
thinks
just given
about
it away to 234 people.
Yeah, but none of them ever played on Arcade Fit. Oh shit.
That's true.
I'm checking my notes. Oh no. Oh jeez.
I think Okami's played Streets of Rage before. I'm not saying, like, that's making a huge difference, but he's further than everyone with more lives. I'm just... Okami's pretty good at video games, is all I'm saying. I think there's a reason why he was in the finals for Kusa Grande today.
How did that go?
Captain Drake won yesterday. It was a best of 3, and Captain Drake took the first 2. So Okami came in second place, but Okami had like one of the most brilliant runs of Kusa Grande ever. He basically, up until the finals match, had never lost a game.
I lost because of Beavis and Butthead last time I played. And that.
Well, sign-ups are open now if you want to do Kusa Grande again.
I would like to move toward the old man who just chats over it method of casting at this point in my life. I've won enough video games. It's time to step out and talk about them.
You're too good at video games, Smite.
It's time to retire undefeated. That's right. Never lost a game.
Literally no one is rolling the Arcade Pit tapes right now. So we've only got about a minute and a half left of Streets of Rage. Honestly, I don't know that I would have been able to like make sense of how to get the most points, but like despite the fact that Okami is playing the best in terms of like making progress through the game and maintaining his lives and all that, Dude has had the best score up until Okami just cleared this stage.
It's the stage clears that'll do it for sure.
I'm interested to see if that's going to make a huge difference with like Okami having cleared one extra stage and that being like the deciding factor.
What do you think of Bubsy's moveset?
It's wild.
He's like one of those Mugen characters. Just
that when he comes up, you bet on Salty Bet.
Yeah, they put on the Hamburglar basically, and he comes in here with a big bag and he just smacks everybody. The whole screen gets lit up. Here comes Bubsy. Here he's got his yarn again. Is there like a slash command for starting a bounty? I have no idea how to do it. I don't have the button up there. I was looking for it.
You don't have the button?
Yeah, the button is missing. Because of my new setup here.
Gotcha.
I better fix that before I have to do that later. Oh, I found it. Nice. He asked me what the game was, and I was looking for that one button to tell me. I find it. I'm all set. Anyway, we are hitting 10 minutes. We are past.
Oh, yeah.
That's my bad. 10 minutes, 30 seconds. Yeah, Mugen's very popular. I don't play fighting games at all, so, you know, I think it's a neat project. Isn't it just, they just keep adding dudes? Oh, that's too bad, too, because Digi just cleared a stage, but we're already 30 seconds over, so the score is what it is.
Yep, I'm recording them really quickly before I throw the next game at them. I'm recording these scores not They can protest, but I paused the video at a very specific point. And that's where I'm getting my points from. So it looks like with that, Okami did take first, like we expected, with Colin and Dude right afterwards. So pretty good. Do we? I mean, you can tell people what the game is. Do we want to enforce a stage order or something so we can keep track of progress or something? Like, how do you want to do this?
I think they should go clockwise, starting from upper left in Sonic.
Okay. All right. Let me get them this game.
This one will be the most complicated and janky, and it was made for a there's a festival that makes a bunch of Sonic related hacks actually. I think in the year this was made, it wasn't the only one by far. Like there was like 50 of them, and it maybe is the most popular one. Mega Man X in Sonic 2.
All right. I've got them loading up the game.
By PACCI. I don't know how to pronounce that.
Pachi.
Sounds right. I'm ready when the countdown goes.
All right. I will give them a countdown. It looks like everyone's got everything up.
What a kickin' version of this song. Genesis is doing it. Making it happen. The Sonic hacking contest is still running. This is on their archives, actually, if you were interested in it. Or if you were interested in anything else that they have made. Unlike Mario 1, this is a much more hackable game, but I think it still has some heavy limitations. So they're doing some pretty impressive stuff.
All right, this is gonna be our final game, and then I'll enter in everyone's scores for them.
All right, so we
as
have
it
a
stands right now, so the scoreboard as it stands right now, Okami has 189 points. Colin's following right after at 183 points. So this game will certainly decide it between the two of them. Dude is right after that with 154 points, Jerry at 138, and Digi with 118. No one's really fully out of this, honestly.
I don't think the rings do anything for you, really. You have a health bar, you can get a shield, you can get a boots speed up, which you maybe don't want. You can see it on Digi's screen now. You can wall jump.
It does make you very fast.
The shield is the rolling shield. It will last a little while. You get hit. Having a bunch of health in this game is plenty. Like being able to take 6 hits in Sonic is way more than enough. You don't get hit that much in Sonic. And you do have ranged attack, so on its surface it seems playable. It's just hard to get to work all the way through. I think the people who have played Sonic before will have a very easy time because Mega Man is better than Sonic at this game. But that's just because he's got a gun. Like, it's just wall jumping is also huge. Like Knuckles comes in here and in any Sonic game that he's in and just kind of makes it free, right? Every single time he shows up, right from the first time, he just kind of walks right up the wall and pretends there's a game here. So Mega Man X does the same thing. You can just walk right up the walls, skip stages if you know where to go. You gotta watch out not to go through the wall in the wrong place, though. Soft lock is definitely a thing that could happen. I beat this game recently, like last year, and definitely had to rewind out of some soft locks. I don't think the players will run into that. It's kind of like Oil Ocean levels. I think that's pretty far in. That's why the order of levels matters. For our little race here, I'm gonna see Emerald Hill Zone will get beaten, and maybe Chemical Plant, and that's it, probably.
Yeah, we're basing this just on number of levels completed, so...
You can't really go by score. I don't know if you're familiar with Sonic's scoring, but
I'm not.
it does rewards for things like not touching a single ring, or getting every single ring, or killing a bunch of enemies, or speedster and all this other stuff. You would have to really just pursue score on Sonic specifically to understand it. I think anyone else wouldn't have a chance, because it's just a bunch of bonuses and stuff. There's definitely a zero ring bonus in one of the Sonic games. I don't know which one though, and I'm pretty sure that this game has getting every single ring, which is probably the way to go. And bonus zone would be a big score boost if it is a thing that exists. I'm not sure about that.
Everyone's making progress at about the same rate. I mean, we've got every player either on the boss or just beating the boss.
No, I think zero rings means not touching a single one the whole time, not dropping them. But I don't know which one of the Sonics had that. I'm pretty sure it's a thing that one of them did, though.
So how many stages is it per world? Okami is entering chemical plants. So that means he's already beaten 2 stages? There's only 2 acts?
2 acts and the boss, yeah.
Okay.
Except for the last world has 3 in Sonic 2.
Gotcha.
So we won't see that one. So every single one of these is going to be Act 1 getting to the boss, and then Act 2 is the boss at the end of the stage. Everyone should be in Chemical Plant Zone here now, because I don't see Digi losing this one.
Right.
All that health against the Drill Boy. You can find it on the Sonic Hacking, sonicretro.org is where it's at, I think. Is it? No, it's sonichacking.org. It's called SHC 2023 right now, but if you go there and you click on their archives, access the SHC vault, you will find what you need to look at the winners for all the submissions for this game. 2018 was this one was in that pile.
How perfect would it have been if we could have found a hack that's Mario in Mega Man? Because then it would have been Mario and Mega Man and Sonic and Mario.
Sonichacking.org.
There's Mega Man and Mario. That's the opposite of what I'm asking for.
Yeah. I would enjoy playing Mega Man. Mega Man X is a game that could be ROM hacked really heavily. It's very complicated though. No, you don't see much of that at all. Like only a couple kind of lame difficulty hacks for it that I've seen. I just don't think much of difficulty hacks. They usually just edit the terrain and call it a day, which is what that one is. Getting Mario in there would be awesome. Give me that game. I want to jump on Show Penguin. Yeah, the fan projects for Mega Man X that are very popular right now are from the ground up again, just like Mario 1. They're just gonna build an entirely new engine and game, and it's gonna play like Mega Man X, and that's it. The NES Mega Man are so much easier to do stuff with. You couldn't play through all of the Mega Man ROM hacks to completion in your lifetime. There's no way.
Yeah, I think that's like... Xandra's been working on that project for years of playing every Mega Man. And it seems like no meaningful dent has been made in the overwhelming mountain of Mega Man content out there.
Some of them are really good. Most of them aren't. Not the ROM hacks are usually pretty similar but mean to the original game. But there's some really cool ones that I've played that do all kinds of wild stuff. If you haven't played Minus Infinity, you should do that off the blues. Put it on your
I still haven't played Mega Man 1 through 6.
You should play those and Minus Infinity. You'll be amazed at the stuff you can do on the NES carts. You could plug it in and play it. Jerry's having trouble under the sea, even with wall jump on this awful section no one likes. In Sonic 2, Chemical Plant slows down to a crawl. Just in official Mega Man games, you're looking at like 40 entries. It would take you a while. It would take you, according to my damage shuffler, over 150 hours.
I'm sure the damage shuffler didn't play its own role in how long that took.
Well, I didn't play all of them. I didn't play Legends 2 or some of the other ones that take really long. Battle Network. Battle Network's alone.
Wins Tronbon.
I haven't ever played that before. Not that I'm not interested in it. It's way different than Mega Man Legends though.
Fake Mega Man fan.
There's 1 minute left. We have a boss. Defeated Chemical Plant is out of here for Callan Zombie.
It looks like probably reasonable to expect that Jerry will be able to do the... I just cursed him. That's on me. That's my fault. I did this.
They have 1 minute and a gun on their arm. They could probably pull it off. They only edited one song. That's too bad. I get it though. I don't know how much time you have in the hacking contest or what the rules are really. I was just looking at it today actually. I didn't know that was what this was from. I thought it was just somebody made this. I didn't know they were competing like a game jam kind of thing. Racing the clock 30 seconds. Can the charge shot kill Robotnik in time?
Okay, so Dude just finished the Chemical Plant boss as well.
There's a bootleg of X3, yeah.
Is Okami on Chemical Plant
boss.
1 or 2?
That's the boss of Chemical Plant. So that's 2. They didn't make it.
All right. Are you ready for the final listing based on that information?
Yeah.
In first place, we have Colin with 283 points. In second place, we have Okami with 269 points. In third, we have Dude with 254, Jerry with 218, and Digi with 198 points. Really great showing.
Yeah, nice work. I didn't think we'd see much further than Chemical Plant because Mega Man is better than Sonic, except for how slow he is. He is just slow as heck. Sonic is built to blaze through these, obviously. Mega Man's kind of a walking tank. Hey, thanks for playing, everybody. That's Speed Bump. We gotta jump over to Arcade Pit. Thanks for joining me, Author Blues, and organizing these 3 games. I'll see you later.
Later.